This video is a 2-night road trip from Las Vegas to Springdale, where we will e-bike at Zion National Park, and we'll talk about our campground and everywhere where we rented the bikes, what bikes we rented, the scenic route, and everything else, and our whole experience. So stay tuned. And also thank you so much for watching our videos. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. If you are, thank you very much. Hit that notification button so you don't miss any of our videos.
We created this itinerary of our trips, right? And so we're gonna put in the description, in the show notes, and that's pretty much it. I mean, this trip was really cool. If this is your first time watching us, we love to travel. We love to do a lot of things with our family and kids, specifically, you know, in the camping outdoor world, you know, things that we learn, and hopefully we can bring you some value. The itinerary that we created, we spent like probably 4 or 5 hours each time researching the area. So, you know, a couple of things, right? Because we want to enjoy ourselves, we want to see what's available in the area, and you know, with our family and kids, and also we want to organize it and kind of package it and give it to you, and hopefully that could help you save some time in case you want to go and visit that area.
Going on to the itinerary, day one, like we mentioned before, we are stationed in Las Vegas, so we're starting our road trip from Las Vegas, driving to Springdale, where we're going to check into Zion Canyon Campground Resort and RV. I think that's what it's called.
No, I think it's Zion Campground.
It's so long.
RV Park in Springdale, which is the city where Zion National Park is.
The entrance.
The
specific entrance.
Yes.
Yeah. Last time I tried to get a spot there, but they book up pretty fast too. But I booked this a week ahead again because I'm last minute like that. And I was able to find a really good spot. It's in a cul-de-sac and it's kind of tucked in the corner there.
Right.
So I like that the kids could just kind of ride
their bike. Yeah, they ride their bikes
there,
and they don't have to worry about
cars coming.
I mean, it's pretty safe overall when you're in a RV park because everybody, you know, all the kids are all playing on the street, right? Mm-hmm. And so it's fairly safe, but it's nice to have a little corner space, and you know, you don't have to worry about your neighbors and everything.
They are by the Virgin River, so there's spots that you can reserve. Some are tent only, some are partial hookup, no sewage, and there are a few RV hookups that have sewage, electric, and water, but it's maybe 3 of them or something like that. It's not that many, so you would have to book that early or
right along the by the Virgin River. You know, it's literally you can your campsite. It's like walking distance to
your
actually
right
your backyard. I mean, your campsite is on the next to the Virgin River.
Yeah.
But when we went, it was like November, so it's fairly cold.
It was the last weekend.
Oh yeah, it was the last.
Because it's only seasonal.
That's probably why it was open. That's probably why we.
No, but it was still pretty booked because there was there was only 2. So we have a 19-foot trailer, camping trailer. And of course we want hookups, right? Yeah. So we only had 2 available to us that we could rent because there was some tent ones.
Yeah, we got lucky.
We're spoiled now.
I know we're spoiled. We used to camp. We used to tent camp a lot, and now once you got the trailer, it's like, man, we can never go back.
Yeah.
And but the amenities around it is really neat. I mean, there's a couple different shower, bathroom areas, and there's a little playground where the kids can play.
Like a jungle gym.
Like a little jungle gym. Mm-hmm. Dumpsters.
And then the Virgin River is right there, so the kids like to play there too.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's you know, it's kind of too cold for anyone to, but you can swim in it.
Well, I don't know right now. Remember that thing?
Oh, I know. I guess they have some bacteria or something like that, but I don't know. Yeah,
I'm not sure.
But double check with the national park and see the water condition.
Status,
but typically you can swim in there during the summer. This campground is really close to the entrance. Everything is walking distance, like across the street. You have all these different restaurants. There's a market, a bar, bunch of bars, restaurants. It's just all like shops.
And like we mentioned, it's just a 10-minute walk from the entrance. Like that's pretty big.
Yeah, and we didn't know. Like we're talking. Yeah, we didn't know this until we got there. Like we're like the last week
Yeah.
I guess I didn't realize there's season.
And
though.
this is a Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah. So I guess like the week after, a lot of the restaurants are closing up shop for the winter, and they repair stuff or whatever it is, and then they reopen again in spring, I think. Right?
Yeah, and if you do go to Zion, you can still go to Zion, but they don't have shuttle service. So
but you can drive your car all the way
At this
through.
time, this is the only. I think Christmas you cannot drive your car, but that's the only exception. But other than that, for
Why
winter,
is that? Because Santa Claus?
maybe because it's busier. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know, but like I didn't know the restaurants closed, so
I guess they're
we've never visited during the winter. It's always in the summer.
Trying to make room from Santa.
But yeah, in the winter, everything shuts down and you can drive your car in there. But obviously, because the parking lots are smaller, you might want to go earlier just so you can secure a parking spot. But yeah, during that season, you can still go to Zion and enjoy it, but just be aware that there's no shuttle service and things might not be open.
Yeah, so for day one, we literally just traveled from Las Vegas, so we're a little bit tired. But what we did was we just kind of get situated. We decided to go into Zion National Park and just kind of do the scenic drive.
Yeah.
To go past. There's a tunnel that gets you to the other side, and our kids love tunnel. I don't know what it is, but it's a mile long. So they're like super excited, like screaming and screaming. I mean, you can see it in the video. So we kind of drove past the tunnel and just kind of did a little scenic drive, and then turned back around and then went back to the campsite, relaxed and cooked.
I did have that Overlook hike scheduled, but it was crazy.
Oh yeah.
Like so much people, insane. You had to park so far away. I'm like,
Right.
I'm not trying to do that. Like we just went we were still kind of hungry because we just got there, so we decided to just, we'll do that next time.
Right.
I mean, we could do it now that it's winter. We can go and maybe it's less crowded, and do a day trip there. So
I mean, it was really
it was crazy.
It was really packed, and there's not much parking. I mean, there's only maybe like two designated parking space, and it's really small. You can probably fit like 5 or 6 cars. It's like, I mean, it's a big national park, and you can't and everybody just park along the side.
If you look at pictures, it looks.
No,
I still want to do it.
No, it's really pretty. It's definitely on a bucket list. We
Yeah.
definitely need to do it, but we just have to time it. So I think winter time, like around now, would be a good time.
Or
to go.
just if you're gonna go, expect
or go super
the crowd.
early.
Expect the crowd.
Or expect the crowd if you don't mind. It's just a little bit harder with kids, but that's
And we were just kind of there, know, and we just were tired. So I might have a tantrum,
all.
and the kids might have a tantrum, and
Right.
Eric's in trouble because we're all gonna have a tantrum in the middle of the hike. But it's a short one. I think it's like a mile long. We'll put the specs on there, and maybe you guys can do it.
Yeah, we'll put the description, everything in here, the itinerary, everything in here, so that you guys can reference. And yeah, so after that, we just kind of drove back to our campsite, relaxed a little bit, settled in. The kids wanted to play in the little jungle gym for a little bit, so we did that. Let our dog Chaya walk him around a little bit, and then we went across the street to Spotted Dog.
We initially wanted to do takeout, but
they don't do any takeout.
They don't do takeout.
It's kind of like a semi-fine dining, but
they're family friendly, kid friendly.
Yeah.
We were not the only people with kids.
Fine dining price.
Yeah, exactly.
But the food is pretty good.
And when we went there to check in, it was a 40-minute wait, I believe.
Oh yes,
it was kind of long, but we're like, Zion wanted to stay, so we're like, all right, we'll stay. And they had crayons and a menu.
And it was kind of cold outside too.
Yes.
We're like, I don't know if you want to wait outside. So what we did was we went. There's a little bar section, so I have to like get like 2 beers to stay there to wait for the 40 minutes. So that wasn't too bad. And the kids had like crayons and stuff to draw.
So it went by really quickly, and we finally sat down. Eric had like this wild game meatloaf. I think it had buffalo, elk, and beef in it.
Yeah.
And it seemed pretty good.
Yeah, it tasted really good, very tender. I thought it was gonna be a little gamey, but I couldn't taste the gaminess. It was really good.
Yeah, and I had a trout, and I forgot what it was encrusted in.
It was a rainbow trout, right?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was a rainbow trout. I don't know if you guys know, but rainbow trout kind of looks like salmon a little bit. The inside, the teeth.
Yeah, it was so.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it.
Yeah, they're.
It did look like salmon. It was nice and pink, so it was.
The kids had like mac and cheese, right?
No, they had the marinara.
Oh, the kids had the marinara.
Pasta. And then we had crab cakes.
No, they had the marinara. They ordered the marinara pasta without the marinara sauce.
Are you kidding?
So it was a plain butter pasta.
Oh.
With Parmesan cheese on top after. So, but anyway, it was a good time. You know, the food and everything was great, and we had dessert after too. The dessert was pretty good.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
The dessert was pretty good. I think you guys had like a
and he expected me to share. Like, what was he thinking?
You had
the lava cake or something.
Yeah, it was like a lava cake or something.
Yeah.
What did I have? I had like...
You were stealing my food is what you
Oh, no, I didn't order one.
Yeah,
and a cheesecake. You had a cheesecake too, right?
That was for the kids. The kids were sharing, and then he expected me to share. Yeah. Like, what is he thinking? Come on.
So
just
anyway,
order your own.
the restaurant is great. We strongly recommend it.
But they don't do takeout. So
they don't do takeout, so you gotta dine in, which is fine.
I don't think. Oh, they do take reservations.
They do, yeah. We didn't know.
So you can do that.
Yeah, so make reservation ahead of time. They book up pretty quickly, so strongly recommend that. But if not, you can walk in and just hang out at the bar, and you know.
And then
also, we just went back to the campsite and just hung out and met the kids some bedtime stories. And did we make s'mores that night? No, we didn't. Yeah.
No, but every campsite has a fire pit, so that I don't think I brought marshmallows that time.
We didn't that time. Yeah, we skipped
unfortunately, but that would have been cool. And they sell firewood at the office, so you can always buy if you don't have. But there is a market, so if you, I'm assuming they would have something like that.
Yeah, for sure. You can buy
but we
a lot
were
of stuff.
so busy that we didn't really have time. They wanted to stay at the playground the whole time, honestly. Like the next day, we had to do takeout and picnic there for dinner in the cold. If you look up the reviews for this campground, they had a flood. So a lot of what I found was a lot of the negative reviews were from that flood.
Yeah.
So
we took a chance and see. You know, it looks really beautiful. It's really the location is really close by everything. So I was like, you know what, just try it. And then we got there. It was really good. I mean, we have no complaints.
Yeah. So they said the Wi-Fi is spotty.
Oh yeah, the Wi-Fi
cable might be there.
The Wi-Fi is kind of. We didn't even use the Wi-Fi.
We didn't use their Wi-Fi, and we didn't watch TV because we were busy exploring. So
and we have like basic
reception.
I mean, we have cell phone reception there, so we didn't need to use the Wi-Fi. Yeah.
But the only thing I didn't like it's dirt, so there's no like rocks, no paved. So that's like the only thing I didn't like about it. But it's earthy, I guess you could go that route. But Chai got so dirty, and with the kids' bikes, it got so muddy.
So that was the drawback.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think it's awesome.
Yeah, but other than that, just the location in general, the amenities was really good, and we literally walked everywhere.
It's really very close. Everybody just walked everywhere. Everybody's same thing, you know, very nice, very friendly. And I think that's just the vibe for a lot of these like RV parks.
Yeah.
At least that's so far. This is the vibe that we feel after going to like three different parts. All right, so day two. We rented some e-bikes from Zion Guru. At first, you know, Amanda was having a hard time finding bike rentals. Everything is all booked up, but luckily we found Zion Guru. They're very friendly. The staff was awesome. Informative, very nice, and we're able to rent two e-bikes, and we've never done e-bikes before, and this is our first time doing it, and we're like super excited about it.
They had little baskets to put stuff in.
Yeah, a little basket in the front, and then in the back you can.
So the reason why I had a harder time.
Yeah, she can explain.
Was because I wanted specific bikes that our kids could ride behind us. So Eric got the Rad Wagon, and it's
for the Rad Dad.
Zion could sit in the back, and there's like straddle the back, and there's handles. So and then
there's places like there's a thing that you can put his feet on. and then an actual handle behind my seat.
Yeah.
So he literally just like he's riding a bike
Right.
with that experience, but
Without
without pedaling.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they were gonna give me the same one for Enzo, but I was a little worried because they say the carrier is up to 2 years old, and this was Enzo's actual birthday, so he turned 4. But I still didn't feel comfortable because I was worried he would fall asleep. So I asked them about strapping in, like if they strapped him in with the rad wagon, but they don't, so there's no straps at all. Like,
He did fall asleep at
yes,
the end.
so I was happy to get the baby carrier, even though they say it's up to 2.
Right.
So it's really your discretion. I felt more comfortable having him strapped in, and with good cause, because he did fall asleep.
Yeah. I mean, he could have got away with the same bike, but
And I'm sure if he wasn't reclined, he
Yeah.
may have not fallen asleep, but I
Yeah.
knew we were gonna hike, so I had a feeling he would want a nap. So it's just, your call, you're the mom and dad, so you know your kid's the best. So they have 2 options, full day or half day. Half day, I would say, if you're just gonna ride through. I wanted to bike and hike, so I didn't want to rush back. So with that extra time, I just went ahead and did the full 8 hours. I think it's like 9 to 5. Since our campsite was so close, we could have literally just went back and ate lunch and then went back in and go back and forth.
Yeah.
So I don't know, you have much more freedom. You don't have to rush. But if you just want to go in there and out, or even just have a little picnic, honestly, 4 hours is enough time for all that. So use your discretion on what you want to do. I did want to do the hike, so we did lower
one.
Emerald Pool, and honestly, probably could have went without that, since we couldn't have the baby carrier since we had the bikes.
Yeah.
It was just not great.
Yeah. The kids were tired.
We still had fun, but like it was a lot of whining and a lot of like, okay, do you want to turn around? Like, do we want to see the waterfall?
Right.
Or you know what I mean? So a lot of that going on. And then Enzo, in his mind, wanted to keep going, but obviously wanted us to carry him. And without the carrier, it's just very difficult, and you're going up. So I would have liked to do all 3 emerald pools, but because we didn't have the carrier, it was just not.
Yeah, we did
happening.
We did about like 1.5.
Yeah, so I don't know, if you have a little one and no carrier, maybe just half day. Good.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah, so I mean, from the bike shop, it was literally, what is that, like maybe 2 miles, a mile and a half from the entrance, and we were able to ride our bikes all the way into the entrance. Like, they have a separate entrance for it, and it was really, really nice. I mean, there's like this, what was the trail that we did?
So there's only one trail that you can do with dogs or bikes.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to get into that main scenic road, within the main canyon, you're gonna have to take the Paris Trail. So that's like the only dog and bicycle friendly.
Right.
And there's a lot of bridges and stuff, so it's really cool. Like it's lots of different terrain. So
Be sure to check out the video
and
on
then
that.
you kind of go like this, and with the fall colors, all the beautiful like different tree leaves. It was nice.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah.
The kids enjoyed it. We enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
It just, we got there really early in the morning. It was nice. It wasn't too crowded at all.
Especially early because it was cold.
In the beginning of the day, the sun doesn't hit the
Yes.
road. It was really cold. I would say probably like in the, I don't know, like low 40s. And, riding bikes and, the wind kind of blowing your face down. The kids were a little bit cold because they only had a sweater on. We didn't expect it to be that cold, but...
I bought these little hand warmers.
Oh, so we did expect. I mean, we didn't...
I did,
I didn't expect, but she did. So she was prepared.
Well, I just like to have extra stuff. So I had extras in my backpack, but I put the ones on the shoes in the shoes. But Enzo is still saying
we got
he
his
was
little
cold.
heat pads.
And then their little cute little gloves.
Yeah, so we did
with the
bring...
little heat pads in there. So, but he was still cold. So I mean, dress appropriately, obviously.
Yeah, we did bring some gloves and stuff, but check the weather. And the whole point to this is like we had a lot of fun. It's the first time. We've been to Zion National Park a bunch of times, and this e-bike experience is something that we strongly recommend because it's a different perspective of Zion National Park, especially when you can walk that trail, but I don't know, riding bike, you cover more grounds, right?
Yeah.
And it's pedal assist, so it's not that difficult. Anyone can do it.
It's not exhausting.
It's not exhausting. You can turn up the power. There's different levels, and it depends on your physicality, I guess. Is it the right term? Physicality. I'm trying to be offensive. Physicality. Well, it depends on
I wasn't that sore the next day.
Depends on your physical ability. But it was fun. I think everyone we saw a lot of families with the kids riding the bike, doing the same thing. So we strongly recommend it. I think your kids will enjoy it. When you ride a bike, it's totally different than like driving in or hiking.
Or being in the shuttle.
Oh yeah, being in the shuttle. So. Yeah, right now, wintertime, I think they're opening up the road so they don't have the shuttle service.
No, so you can drive.
So you can drive
Wait,
in.
I believe you can still e-bike if they're open.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't
know. It would be kind of cold though, but
super cold.
But just wear gloves and be prepared. But other than that, man, like I think it's totally worth it. I know I said that a lot, but it really does. And the kids loved it.
Yeah, it's just a new experience, and we usually just take the shuttle, so this was a full different experience, different point of view. I would probably do it again.
Yeah, and Zion Guru, the place where the bike shop, it's not just a bike shop. They actually do rent out these.
Like
so there's
the boots for
the
Narrows.
So if you're not familiar with Narrows, it's one of the really famous hikes that you're literally hiking in the river, right? And so. We've done it before without the wetsuit.
We always did it without.
We actually always.
We've never.
Probably 2-3 times.
We always
the water
just have water
gets
shoes,
yeah.
but we're not going in the winter.
Well, we went summertime, that's why.
Yeah,
but
feels good.
The water is still pretty cold. But wintertime, you definitely want the wetsuit. And so Zion Guru, you're able to rent.
They do tours too.
They do tours. Yeah. It's like an all one-stop shop for everything inside Zion National Park. So definitely check it out. We had a great experience. We actually returned our bikes
a little
bit earlier. Like I think our time was 5 p.m. We turned the bikes by 5 p.m. We returned it like around 3 because we're getting kind of tired. The kids are getting tired, and so we decided to just kind of head back and just hang out and relax.
So we cook lunch at the actual trailer at the campground, and then the kids, we just utilize the facility, the river, the jungle gym, riding the bikes, and walking chai, and just enjoying. And then we ended up eating dinner at Zion Pizza.
Yeah.
The staff was really sweet. We called in our order. Eric picked it up.
Yeah.
And then Zion didn't want to eat in the trailer. He wanted to eat outside by the jungle gym. So we ended up doing like a picnic by the jungle gym when it was dark. So
yeah, it was really cold.
We got to see the sunset. And then finally Eric came with the pizza, and we ate pizza after the sunset at the jungle gym. And that was nice.
Yeah.
Eric had the barbecue chicken pizza. The kids, of course, they call it the boring cheese pizza, but kids love the cheese pizza. I mean, that's nothing. Right. They won't eat anything else.
Right.
And then we also had the chicken marsala, I believe. I think. Was it a marsala? Or was it Parmesan?
It was Parmesan.
Parmesan,
chicken
there you go.
Parmesan, yeah.
So we had that, and it was okay. They have really good reviews, but I honestly think it's when you eat there, they have that scenic patio. I think that's what it is, but the pizza was okay.
I think the food it's not our favorite.
It wasn't my favorite.
I think we had better pizza, but I mean I don't know if it's just like
maybe it was that one time.
Yeah, maybe it was that one time, or because it was really crowded, and there's like raving reviews on was it Yelp or Google reviews? Yeah. Yelp. So we wanted to try it out, and it was a little disappointing, to be honest. But
I'm a little picky though, so my standard,
when it comes to
I'm so snobby sometimes.
But I think we'll give it a try. It could be just because they're maybe short staffed, because it seems like there's like limited amount of restaurants open around that time because we're like the last week before they all the restaurants close or for the winter. So I didn't realize this. Like I didn't know that Zion has a season though.
Yeah.
And I thought they open year round, but apparently a lot of the restaurants in the area close around winter time, and we just kind of caught the last week of it. And so yeah, I mean, other than that, you know, it was still fun. I mean, pizza is decent, but you know, we're full.
Yeah.
We didn't starve.
No.
That's
We
the
actually had leftovers too,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it was a lot of food.
Right.
And then the next day we had to check out. Was it 11 o'clock?
Yeah, around there. We,
Yeah.
you know, again, we wake up pretty early, the kids, and so we're up, you know, rise and shine, and we just kind of hung out a little bit, pack up everything, clean up everything, and we were able to leave the campsite like before 11, which is the time to check out, and we just
Went straight home.
Went straight home?
It's like a 2.5.
oh, we did stop by what's that coffee shop?
Oh yes,
Yeah, that
I'm
coffee
gonna
shop
look
is
it
pretty
up. That every time we go to Zion, we always go there. It's a
Yeah.
coffee roaster and it's so good. And you get to Laverkin, but that one has a big open space. You can just park your trailer RV and go get some coffee. And they have snacks, sandwiches. They have pizza too. We
Yeah.
didn't have any. We ordered
Some quiche.
quiche, yes,
Yeah.
and there was a spinach one that I wanted.
That was a special. That was the last
And
one.
Eric ate it.
And I thought it was mine because we ordered two different ones, and
His was too spicy. I
Yeah, it was a
couldn't eat
spicy one. I
So
was
he
like-
got to eat 2 quiche.
I ate two of them. I was like wondering why is this so like the lady said it was like kind of spicy. Like, it's not spicy. Anyway, so we strongly recommend that coffee shop if you're into like small batch roasting, specialty coffee. That's a good coffee stop.
And they make all their pastries and stuff that morning.
Yeah.
So it's a cool little
And it's
spot.
literally
I
like
like
on
it.
the way, like before you hit the main road. I forget the name of the street, but it's literally coming down from Zion, coming
Yeah.
down the mountain from Zion.
It's the first
yeah, you'll
one
see
you'll
it.
see.
Yeah, so we strongly recommend that if you're into coffee. It was fun.
Got them a little pastry, some carbs, just to knock them out. Yeah.
Yeah, so
And I think, so when Eric was putting everything away, I took the kids and we just enjoyed the campground again, the jungle gym, the river. So honestly, this was like the most time we ever spent in a campground.
right.
So sometimes it's nice to like enjoy the campground and not really plan too much.
Right.
So really the only thing we had planned during that trip was the e-biking in Zion, and then also that Overlook hike, but we didn't do it.
Right.
But we did the tunnel and the Scenic Drive. So
Yeah.
you know, I always have a list of things. We don't have to do every single one. We just kind of go with the flow
Yeah.
and see how the kids are.
Yeah, so
can answer
if
your
you
questions.
decide to so the itinerary it's in the description. If you wanted to, if you want us to text you, you can text the number below, text the word Zion, so we know which which itinerary to send you. Because what we try to do now is like each trip that we take, we try to create an itinerary for people, like for you guys, so that you guys can save time. Take a look at the suggestions that we have. We're not affiliated with anything. It's just for us to kind of like put together, and hopefully it can provide some value for you guys and make it a fun trip.
What is it?
It's good. So we are the Kohana, and explore life, right? Enjoy the moments.
So don't forget, explore life and enjoy the moment.